The City Council has set their goals for 2011. Take a look at what they want the city to accomplish.
By setting goals, the council can kind of set some general goals for itself over the coming year and hold itself accountable and hold staff accountable and make sure that we're addressing the needs of the city.
It provides kind of a locus of attention so that we'll know what to take care of, what's on the horizon, and how we should address these in the future.
It's where I can come into the beginning of a process, align myself with the rest of the councilors in a focused vision, and then have some accountability along the way as to whether or not we're making progress on what we've talked about.
A continuing problem is that expenses continue to rise while revenues are sort of flat. So the City Council has one of its major goals this year to look for a more sustainable way to maintain the public safety services that the citizens in Bend need and require.
If you ask people what do they expect the City of Bend to provide for them, I think at the top of that list would be police and fire protection.
We want to provide the best possible public safety service for the citizens of Bend, and at the same time, because of some of the restrictions we're faced with, it makes it a very difficult, awkward situation to make sure that all sides are happy and that we're adequately covered.
Two important projects we have underway are improving our surface water intake to preserve that source into the future, to provide a good source of reliable water for employers and for residents into the future. The other major project that we have underway are sewer projects. We are expanding our wastewater treatment plant as well as installing the Southeast Interceptor. That will allow more connections to the sewer system and ensure that we don't reach a situation where we can't bring employers to town because we don't have the infrastructure to serve them.
So in order to pay for these, we need to ensure that our water rates and our sewer rates are fair and equitable to all the people paying the bill, namely a connection charge plus a charge for the amount you actually use, no more, no less.
So, you know, we look at the current condition of roads around town, and that is specifically fund-driven. We need to address these things on a longer-term vision to where we can solve problems on a greater scale, including things like the ADA, incorporate all of that together as we rebuild complete projects instead of catching up with repair on existing.
Juniper Ridge provides a great deal of potential for future job growth in Bend. It is a unique mixed-use development where the majority of the city's new employment lands and industrial lands will be located in the future.
And including research and development institutions that could add to the power of these companies when they try to expand, and provide higher education facilities as well for the training of new employees.
The UGB remand is vitally important for our community and our economy in general. We need to secure what the UGB is going to look like, implement that as quickly as possible so we can move forward in attracting companies and business to Bend.
Charter review is important because the charter dictates how the mayor of Bend is elected. The city of Bend is the largest city in the state of Oregon without a popularly elected mayor. We need to take a look at the charter and see whether now's the right time to have the people vote for the highest elected official in the city.
Yeah, Mirror Pond is one of the projects important to the City Council that just doesn't seem to go away. Years and years of planning and study. So we're continuing down that path in order to get to a solution to actually clean up Mirror Pond and make sure it's the vision of Bend that we all want it to be.
One of our goals this year is to incorporate more volunteers into the process. We're blessed with an amazing community with amazing people who've moved here to retire and step back, and they're willing to give their time and efforts to the city. It saves us money, gets them involved in the process, and helps us all as a community.
Many of the challenges that the city faces revolve around budgetary issues.
The city's facing some budgetary constraints, and those are problems that affect all of our goals.
We've come from a period of rapid growth in the city when we now really have sort of a hangover where the revenues are not sufficient to meet the challenges that growth generated.
Once we can get our hands wrapped around this budget, how to get the budget in check, we can move forward with projects that are really near and dear to our hearts instead of near and dear to our wallets.
But it's important even in these difficult economic times that the city keep focused on the primary responsibilities that it has to its residents, and I think we're going to do that.